As we start here in Manor Lords, we see we've surrounded in a small territory. We've got clay, berries, wild animals, stone, and salt. Noticeably, we've got a lack of iron, but a surplus of wood. Maybe we can use that for our future settlement. We've got a message. We've spawned right here in the heart of the territory, in the cliff face. I think here I'll be able to get a long camp down, maybe off to the right. Just about here should be great for the villagers. Now we do need a path to run through. The ox can run around. Till all of the ox's hooves that drags the log along. And I do think we'll also need another hitching post, as 2 oxen is great for this stage of the game. As often, more often than not, we need more materials to be carried around. Also what I was going to say there. See here we've got a victory condition. So it says maybe we need to kill everybody else and just sort of rule over all territories and dominate the game. Should be easy enough in the end. Let's get a path coming here off the main King's Road. And see, we've got quite a steep terrain here, so we have to watch out and make sure we have to make our villagers run too much across the upper hill and downtown. So you've been there, maybe cut along here. Yeah, bring the wild animals back there. Bring it out to the open. Yep, there. We curve around this forest and up towards the berries. That should be good. Avoid this little wild animal. Try not to cut through any of the berries and the rest of it, and then we can drag it back around. Maybe through this stone or just behind it. Maybe take to. That should be good. Then we take it round, back to the wild animals. Meet out of circle. Be careful not to build in the wild animals. And manual to do back to migrate, even if the little fossiest animals they are. If anything touches them, they will migrate away and you'll lose your animals. We don't want to do that, so let's just leave it like that. And here we see our oxen walking around. Let's just order another one, and that should arrive in a few days. And then we'll get the stone camp up and built. See here, it's put on medium production. We got our picture post built with place in number 1 maybe. No, I think we leave it for now. Was with supplies, our home was camped. So obviously we can place down for now. So obviously we got berries, wild animals, and get our main food sources. Perhaps for now we can get a trade outpost in the future for the Wawans and trade out belts. In the time being, I think we're going to place a forest down for those berries. And that should be nice. Of course, at one point I will want to get Jared to post down. We also need a granary to store all of our and to spread spores very quickly in space. Let's just get a basic floor layout worked first, and then we can move on to the granary. That should be all with. Shake us one. There. New person on building loads to a 3-fork system. 2 builders always have a way to go down, but any houses in the area. So we'll just wind this one down to just avoiding the tree line and taking it to the edge of the map. I'll take this 3rd fort, just sort of cut through the middle, try to avoid that little central forest. Once again, the end of the map. We can connect these all up with one straight line. You see, now we've got a little area for housing. Maybe we'll cut this off, maybe make some small, maybe arts and housing in the future. Nothing major, just small term. Now I think I also need to get this going. Take a little road down here until we can have a designated marketplace area. So if I was to over to residential here, then we can get a marketplace. And then we'll just drag it through, save it. There we go, it's put. And that gives a nice map of market stalls, you know? Yeah, just that should maybe. Yeah, I think about that should be nice. Yes, nice map of market stalls for our granary and that storehouse to keep everything in. Of course, also we need a well now, but I will get that up in a bit. Let me just get some families on the logging camp first, so we get a steady supply of wood. Also cut down all the trees in that area, and I think I'm happy with them getting wood out of the clay, so we should take this and drag out a bit. That's quite weird with the trees. What's happening there? Let's drag out a bit here, place it just there. That should be nice. And of course we are sitting on a cliff's edge, so might be a bit. Add to export with mice, and I'm clear for that end mice, however. Take a look down here to finally get the foraging hut. Be careful, try not to get any of the berries because they will be our main food source. Just about here should be fine. and it leaves us of our villages right next to berries. Oh, yes, we have cut through them a bit with the path. Did not mean to do that, but at least the berry bushes are still there, and you should save. They're no safe there. No words to not be very most. Safe are safe. They know what's to begin, and a storehouse so we can keep these supplies safe. Also, I always like to put them near the marketplace, just gives an ease of access for the workers travel to the marketplace. And I do think that's what makes it most inefficient. If you don't think so, or you think I should play it somewhere else, let me know in the comments. So now we can come through here and we can look. And what else can we build? Of course, we still need that. Well, I never built that earlier. The orchestra ones. I do think I want to need the marketplace. Nothing round there. Oh, we can place it. Just here should be just free the wild house in there. The worker should get up with one lock in there. We'll just be noted the high energy sects. And we'll do the same for this. And would you like quick this foraging? With that book quickly, and so that we can get our food supply steady and coming. See us still gaha. Villagers going out. Here's an ox to drag a log. Get everything built for us. Now, since there's no clear way for the ox to get so well, we'll just create a little path for it to sneak around. Maybe could have done this to begin with, but we live in the limb. Create up here, create a throughway intersection, and the ox should be able to easily get from the hitching post to the learning camp, to then be able to take it and put it into the buildings that we put around there eventually. Of course, now we can see you've got a little settlement going. You've got a little encounter there. Not we canalsing. So tents, we can take a little walk around here and see what we've got. A little spin. Let's take a little jog around to where we've built everything so far. Of course, this will be our market area eventually. It's such a nice scenery for this game. I really can't hate it. Developer's done a great job. A little stone patch here. Till eventually. Forest stone, a bench. Should be some animals through there. A little stone left. I look round to see a little smoke of the logging camp rising. It's always just a nice game to just walk, and it's something I've seen. We have seen that it's in a great treat of this. Here are villagers. Well, if she's just walking, she's powerful, and she's got something to do. Let's not stop her. Let's keep going on the tour. If we go down here for a bit, let's keep this and let's carve. And lots of her. With some berries up we there. We see the path that just sort of snakes along through the rashland, the woodland. The actual track is up and through Tomono variously been made and harvested. Thinking about this now, I don't think that's necessary, but look, maybe it is. The oxen are using it. We can keep it for the future. I'm all seeing it. We can kill it as useful. What I really like about this game is how the people built it. You see the logs just stayed there. These are the barriers that I meant. I said not to cut through the path, but looks like I did that wrong. Leaving one thinking about it myself. You know, that's a priority. Should I feel just moving over there? But I do think they are preoccupied with falling stones to and from. Or, well, she's just digging. Maybe that's what she's power walking to do. I've always got an agenda. Let's just take a look through here and then we'll say one agenda then. We've got 2 files and we don't need any more for them. See here, it's just stripping a trip and that's just dissipate, isn't it? And from some parts of escape, it isn't early access. We'll have to give us some patience. Let's just see what we can do until 2 our ox working. I don't see a second ox just yet, but they should arrive very soon. Don't worry. Oh, it's just as you travel, it is just a trip going through real Darren stuff from, and it's coined Darren, the Darren Traveler. This guy should become a bear now. What's he doing? Oh, there goes the foundations. Let's even get first person watching build. Little whistle hour. Seriously, I love that. This game you can watch your building later. I can't go in there like he can. A bit of a shame. But you can what he's building now. Cause the logs they disappear. Maybe they'll add it like this little cache or maybe to your little beach channel. But you know, he's doing a good job. But support's gonna be. No idea. Not played this game enough tonight. So you see the walls going up here. You see, you look at the roof, and go around, take a look at those and see, look, you know, decent interest in it. You know, supports here for the roof to go on top of. Everyone's divided to these roofs if they've got a flat roof right under it. If you know, let me know in the comments. Let's just... So if you see here, we've got a little roundabout place. I don't actually know what this is for. We're building it out. It's like a little storage area, perhaps. A few berries under there to protect you from the elements. It's not even finished yet. It'll be finished now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, take it off. Let's just put the family in here so they can harvest these berries and take the food in Dublin and let people survive this winter. And that's going to be my main goal here, survive the winter, or at least get prepared for the winter by the end of this episode. There's not many housing get even for watching. Barn camp, it's not doing much really. It's just getting timber and basics, like we learned. It's about stone garden camp for that soon. This has almost been built and the stones in the big lot can hold over us and torch. This is also we can build in here that we can eat. It's definitely need to sort it. Place it right by the lone count so you can just move the lot from lone count to sort it and just make it really easy on ourselves. Let's squeeze this in here. Come on. There we go. We don't even have a path. Let's get a path. Oh my god, that. Let's take this make a have a way section. That's got to get. Let's take a little zoom out. Ellie, we'll do a jump cut. Only 3, 2, 1. There we go. I did a bit earlier than that. So don't look here. Scenario then still with a market store go. They put something in the pottery just to get that food in. You see you've got a little car and you should be going on new berries now. On this path. Foliage is like that. Look, the berries. Then goes like them on the straight back. Looking up here, we got our saw pit built. That sorta. We still to have a homestead, so we will need to get some housing out. Looking at our logins, not a lot of lens. Not stop my lens here. We'll need a woodcutter's lodge, but I don't know if no. If that worked. Yeah, that should be good. But no. Let's put it more into the woods. Let's match that. Let's select a woodcutter's lodge. That's just how it is. This will happen. As little trees as possible. And rough back through this. Just like that. Here we're making this stumped. And it's curved. Well, that should be fine. Get a stone cut of old chicks. We just got the timber. Just saved us the time in the future on the other's net. And now we got all this solid. So, there's a god. Woodcuts are shingle, and then we also got a stone cut. The must see now is, we still got that homeless tent. Take a little zoom out here, leads to about people's territories. Thus we've got a Kleiner had not to say that last gem. Let me know in the comments if you put that out so I can. We've got wild one over here. They've already got their house and dance there. They're a bit ahead and they spiff out. They've got rich animals. They make some money off our trade. They're long campus in a worse area than that, so they sort of suck. Let's just leave it at. Thus, we can look at that. And yeah, so let's just move up there. Check out the greens, if we can. So they should be, yeah, that's right there. See now, this is a very scenic spot. Honestly, probably the most thumbnails ever put in animals. Ever we take them right here from this spot. Just, I won't use them animals from this spot. We can, and around us a bit. Maybe that's better. And the little jump back. And they've got a little rich stone. Just a few houses going up. And they go over the blues here, they're right on the border of the greens. Bit rough for them. And of course they've got some cherries which I'm sure are fish, which raise a bit far, I firmer. Still okay, they got small burbage plots. Burbage? I mean, how do you pronounce that? Burbage plots, and they bought a little marketplace there and got a road round it. And got a few more things out there. It's a really odd place for a bombing camp. I know they did know that thing. Plus a bombed camp down here, very close to our territory. Will it be a problem in the future to deal with? One day would like to get a license. But once we get the army to a like-minute, it will be possible. We're getting a much sure taking these guys out for anybody else. And all of us, I'm just saying, we can now come back and take a look at what we did. Since if we've got anything built in, and we don't have anything built in, we do have the log store in this. I see our logs have been handled. We should have more. We should have more built, and of course, nothing really goes have mandals to it. I think I'm roasting pans really good. I can put it in, go in it like that. We definitely have a lot to do that, get more thoughts. I think that's good for a big bowl, but a big small one. Yeah, just build on that. Yeah. And then our option should take the opportunity to go and develop those logs for us. We can also continue to patch Stranded, have another space to hold them. So you can drag this along this side. We can make your village not look so uniform. More accurate, more accurate. But nice character. You have a few boats parked down there to sit. That nice? You have to follow. Same stuff. I do think I want stuff like that. Boot good. Except main road doesn't. So even now, if we just look at the well here, we've got the coverage for it for all classes. I think it's spice 15 at a time. That's finally been built. Now we can get access to our stone. I think there was. Now if we look at period, we've got our food, and what does that say? That's our approval. I've seen not many housing yet. That's through migration. So we do need to get this housing up and running. A stonecutter's camp line. As I know it's temporary, but I only really wanted to base it down. Look, we can get that stone out the way. Looking at these berries now, dig a little walk around the village. See how we're doing here. You see a lot of green here. The game graphics truly are to be admired. There's nothing much to complain about, especially since it's early access. We've got a little foraging hut here through the pass of 4 cats. Nice little foraging hut with berries. Plus, I just forget there is berries you cannot pack. 2 berry bushes actually. Well, I don't know how much to do that without breaking them. That is, I've certainly never done that before in my 2 hours playing this game. But of course it's 2 hours in this. We're going into this open field. One day this will be full of houses and ruin of the scenery. Let's enjoy it while we can. See, we've got the clocks over here, so you can see the doghouse. And Greg's there, and the same thing here. Our work has already started to lever the logs via the ox. We're over here, we got a man. Well, we got 2 of them with carts. I think they're just coming back from the berries now. We're just down there, should be our one. Our visited the wall. So I do think we can leave that for now. We'll have to get these rocks, but our Sioux is definitely going to take up some of the space. Some very valuable building space. Let's see, you got the little stone cuts lunch here. Nothing much to tell about it really. And then over here of our woodcut lunch, we can get wood peeping here and here. I'm calling Darren. Number, we got another Darren number. Darren's over here building a woodcutting lodge. He's doing a good job. Little wooden tent, I think that would be sort of like a hanging over and put a tarp over that. Get it all sorted. Also over there you see some million bucks. I do think there's doing that with the houses, and that is nice. Another one. Wow. Who works in? Both taking logs built these houses, and that is very good. Just so we can get some people in some pre-migration. If you come down here, we fork off. You look to the right here, we see our saw pit being constructed. You like team look, saw pit. Stuck a hole underneath it. Maybe if somebody were to make a layer log on top, go under there and saw from beneath. Yeah, be what the deal. That's all along gone over here. I never half understood buildings. We've got the roof up top, but you see, if you fetch upon the camera, you see the top, but it's flat, it's covered over. You still got the roof up top. If you know why that happens, just let me know in the comment section below. Now, you know, you see, the trees have been cut down. You've got places trying to cut yourself on fire. You go back here. Oh, fences cross here. Let's watch out for letting fences off. Oh, sensitive fork on the route, so that sense of the route always for that for 100 student on new. We still got our most tents here up and running, housing the people that we cannot house because, you know, we prioritize something else. You know, we can make a little full circle down here, good for our little woodland path. Little, I want to call it a scenic route, but there's not much to see apart from trees and brown leaves, so we'll call it the shortcut rather than the scenic route. As you come through here, you'll be back at the berry bushes. You've got Fritz and Flitz doing the berry bush harvesting. I'll just take that and we'll store it in this little... Here they are. A little whistle, a little tune for himself. And I'll just go and store that in the foraging hut, as I was saying. And so we start again. So that is how we're doing in the village so far. I do think these houses may take a while because we are playing at 1x speed. And just for the comfort of watching it while in seat, I will keep it at 1x. Because we cannot assign any more families, because we do have really to have one work, so I'll take one off the long camp, come down here and I'll put him on the wood cutting and the gin said, so you can just get some that I would go free for winter. So we'll zoom out here and we'll do a little time lapse. As you can see, there we go. Now the houses are built and we've got a new message as well on the top middle. It's now, what is it, it's July, I think that says. But that says going on here. But of course we can get the upgrade for the house, just get some more people living here. It's never a bad idea, just to should secure that monthly migration and you know that you're always getting people in. So here's the armory deliverance I was talking about earlier. So it does give us some, free weapons. And that's spears and shields from what I've gathered. So that means we can form some of my words there, form a spear militia. It'll be nice staying out of bandits that I mentioned earlier. So click receive delivery. There we go. So we now got our houses up. We can go down here to the army tent and we can create our spirit militia. It's up full yet. Obviously we need more population and that'll all come in due time. Let's form these guys up real quick, take them off their work, and we can just see what they look like. And turn here, take them out a little light here so we can take a look at them. Run them down here, put them shield wall. It makes them look even more the better. And face them the wrong way, but there isn't enough. Nice of them. Look in line, you take out the gambesons. At the end of the day, they are a militia, which are just spending a lot now. I'll get us going through here. Now zoom down here, we eventually will send them to get these bandits. However, I cannot form it up too close. I do think the bandits may come up to the hill and burn everything we own. And nobody needs that. No bad narrates playthroughs. Since with that noise new, see we got the 5 houses. He won, extension post underway. Would got the logical issues down now in Sojo learning camp. Now I saw that I don't think we need any planks for now. Storehouse we do need somebody just to buy supplies safe from the November and September raids. As we can, we'll take a look at our origins. Let's take a small look through all of these. I spink this up a bit for you so you can actually let me read each one. Let's take a look at these though. Of course, this is just me going over them. Hi, this is me in the voiceover. This is just me going over them. Don't we know what to say here? I just looking at what to give, what could be more beneficial to my town. You see the little box I'm looking at. Of course, I do think that everybody that I've watched play this game has gone for either Regensburg Guildsmen or the Smiths of Passau, not seeing people really change or take much others. However, I do think I am torn between the Vogtland, the Burgage plots one, and the timber one. Do you think the Vogtland does work? For those berry bushes, we can get a lot more run. Suja berries, a rich berry source, and also we do have that wild animals. So I think we'll go ahead and unlock of the Vogtland. Vogtland, how do you want to say? Of the vertical line. Vertical line, that's like a Russian thing, isn't it? Obviously now we've chosen that nearby I was considering is that Burgage plot. Doesn't give money a month each. Wow, that does give money each. Let's rename this here. We can if we really wanted it to. Let's just name it that, this, and we should leave it at that. There we go. So now we've come out of, that's really cool. Is that, no, actually not, no, maybe. What can I name this? The single that I can name. That sounds like, yeah, it's good enough now, because none of the island are missed yet. Get them later on round 9 when you get that routing. It's just like the route here, which you do what we did before, except in a different area. I think we'll cut it in half this time. We can get a different area that take to the house to practice as well. Make a nice little line. See what kind of houses we can get. If we remove that and get what big plot, but I don't think that's going to work for now. Just the surrounding do we get? That's quite nice. We get big plots. We'll go for that maybe. Oh, maybe we can get some vegetables in that eventually. That should be nice. We'll do the same over here, but we'll drag it off this side for once. Then just get a little variation. Maybe Muscanus. That's very small. That's comically small. Well, you're not fitting much in there, are you? So let's see. The long ones, short ones, even one. That's not bad in all fairness. It's even ones, but I do think that'll be nice. Let's see, what do we want? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that one a little essential thought, maybe cats and chickens and pigs later. I'd be blind. Drag us up now, we get this looks, we end to be, who is a church in the future? Something like that would be nice. Of course, if we go like this now, we can just take a look through there and see we want to place down, because we do have the oxen bringing in the logs, the houses, and that should be going quite smoothly. Of course, this, you may be thinking this is quite a long playthrough. Playing on 1 times speed is always going to be long. It's just nice. It's serene. It's just a good experience, I think. Do you look around in first person to win the video, Shori? Sink the oxen in the round, in a little marketplace, central area. We've got our stores. I go just get the goods they want. So of course we're in the Bastille de Cows in here. I do like the architecture style. I do let someone just abandon their handcart. Got to this about that. I don't know who abandoned it, but as a very valuable piece of the Dalkat, as a vandal. See, it's a housing that we do have up. Well, these are actually quite big when you look up at Vels Basin. Well, see, this will be golf because you grow them up. When you look them from above, they're quite up. What's happened there? Visible barrier that has no obstacle, an invisible barrier. Let's just move past that, okay? Run down this little path. I'm sure you know where we're going to. It's the berry bush time. Or the path of berry bushes, whatever you want to call it. Where's, she's got a, I'm assuming she's bringing water back from the well? She's the one who was power walking earlier. Sure, you got a place to be close to room 3. Got your berry bushes. Remember, hello. Getting some berries for the village? We've been, nice. Love to see us getting the berries in need. Close to our left here, this one of the path. You got your little wild animals, so we can eventually sell the pelts or maybe as a profit. And turn around this little path here. Let's go through the brambles, woodlands, whatever you want to call it really. Whatever your preference. And you'll now see the home was tents gone. Wow. Miracles. But yeah, we've got a house now. People are happy. We've got their homes. Around here now, I believe, lumber industry going on. You've got your saw pit. You've got your lumber camp up the fence court, Also, everyone lumped at them, so just keep going around there. Oh, nice little meadows of ferns to our left. Keep flowers. Just give a little color to the environment. I know they. I suffer a little. This guy's got hands, though. I think he's going to color some fireworks for us. Plus, we do still have these rocks that we will need to get rid of soon. I don't know if she's carrying something, maybe some plywood back to our house, because the wood you like, the hand cut guys are a sand scam on one of these webs, and he should load up his hand pad. We'll leave him to it. He'll get it sorted. And that sort of brings us back. We dig a little deeper around here. I think that this is where everybody's communing now. Got a well around here, of course. Yeah, you should got a well, not a stone well, nothing fancy, just a hole in the ground above some groundwater. And so that is the end of video 1, the Manilo's Village for Sleep playlist. Also, we've got a nice village, but it's not ready for winter yet. We're still in the summer. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and share it with anybody you know, just to get this video out there and we grow as a creator. Fun, and thank you for watching.